And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn. Breaking San Francisco Giants news. Eric and Glenn break it down now on a special edition of Giant Sports Talk Live.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live special edition. News is breaking. Jeff Passan, Pete Thamel, forgive me if I pronounce his last name incorrectly. Giants are finalizing a deal for a new manager, Glenn, and take a guess and who that man is going to be.
Edgar Martinez.
No.
Oh, that has got to be Vitello.
Yeah, good old Tony V.
Well, at least he used to wear orange. I guess it's a different shade, but I don't understand this move, Eric. Maybe you can break it down more. I can't make sense of it, but it is what it is. What it is.
He's the new manager, so there you go, man. You guys know how I feel about it. I absolutely hate it. And I just do. And again, that's me. I can't stand it. It ain't going to do nothing. Well, whatever. I shouldn't say that. That's maybe being a little bit hyperbolic, but I don't like the move. I don't.
Well, I'm reading multiple reports here, Eric, and different stories. I've read multiples over the last few days about what he would bring, etc., what kind of manager he is. One of them, are you ready for this? And I quote, is a chest-bumping, umpire-scathing, villain-embracing tornado from the University of Tennessee.
Well, there you go. Anyways, here, let's talk about
maybe that lights a fire into the fuse of the players. But Eric, again, you touched on it many shows in a row now over the past week. I think you have said, and I think you summed it up quite nicely, that this isn't college baseball, Eric. If that's what you're hiring for him is the rah-rah, pump up these guys. I mean, they're just going to say, hey, and basically the same ages are approaching. The players are approaching the same age as him. It's not like it's an old hire. It's not like a guy with any experience. It's the lack of experience that concerns me, Eric. How feel you?
Well, we'll see. Here it is. Again, Pete Thamel and Jeff Passan has retweeted it. Tennessee baseball coach Tony Vitello finalizing deal to become the next manager of the San Francisco Giants. Sources tell me, and Jeff Passan, Vitello, 47, will be the first ever to jump from college coach to the MLB manager without any professional experience.
There it is.
Period. There you go. There it is. Again, no MLB professional experience.
That's exactly what Senior Softball Games is saying over in our chat. He's 47 years old, so he's not an old hire. And
he has baseball experience.
He doesn't have any Major League Baseball experience, Eric.
No Major League Baseball experience. We'll see how it works out, man. I don't know.
I mean, come on.
I don't know.
We hired a veteran Little League manager, Eric. Does that mean he's got lots of experience? No. Come on, he doesn't have Major League Baseball experience, Eric. And I want to know. What lured, what lit this fuse? Why Vitello? Why did Buster Posey? Is it because Buster Posey was a college guy? Rah.
Well, whatever. It is what it is. Darren says, what experience get for the Giants? I get what you're saying. I understand. It doesn't always work. I understand. It's a baseball season and you never know what can happen. Right? But that being said, I'd rather err every time on experience than someone who has never done it before, Darren. Right? The guy has never done it at the MLB level. So we'll see what happens. Hey, all we could do is see what the hell happens. Tennessee Volunteers fans, I am sorry because I know you guys love that guy to death. If there's any Tennessee Volunteer fans out there, I feel for you guys. I know he was like he was larger than life in Tennessee. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Tennessee, because over there in Twitter, with all this news going on, they have not been happy campers, to say the least.
So, Senior again attacking me. He's 47, Eric. Now, he's not an old hire. And again, no Major League Baseball experience. He has no experience doing this at the Major League level, Eric.
No,
so he says,
doesn't.
You better study up. What am I not? Where am I off the rails, Eric? Am I off track here? Off the beaten path?
Okay. Then Senior, explain the details of Tony Vitello. I'd love to hear it. I want to know if he's such a great hire, what exactly does he bring to the table, and take out the mother freaking motivation, energy, fun, whatever. Take that shit out. What does he bring? What type of baseball does Tony Vitello bring? I would like to know. Honestly, anyone out there that knows what type of baseball Tony Vitello is all about. I don't want to hear about him developing the youth. I don't want to hear about him going out there and schmoozing high schoolers to come play for Tennessee. I want to hear what his style of baseball is. I could tell you, I don't know. Because you know why? I don't watch college baseball. But if people are so enthralled, I want to know exactly what Tony Vitello brings to the table as far as baseball.
My God, we're 7 minutes into the show, and I've already learned. See, I'm learning something. Every day I do a show with you, Eric, it's a learning experience. I've learned that he doesn't have college experience, or a Major League Baseball experience, beg your pardon. And Eric doesn't watch college baseball, like most of us. Who watches college baseball, Eric? That's why it's on like ESPN.
Some people do.
3.
Hey, some people do. Armand says, I have no MLB experience. Should I apply? Absolutely. Go for it.
There you go.
Lee Boy, did Stephen Vogt have a long? No, he did not. But again, I've said this before. Don't get caught up in the vote effect. Just because Stephen Vogt can do it doesn't mean everybody else can. But I'll give Stephen Vogt some credit. At least he has MLB experience.
There you go, Eric.
At the minimum.
There you go.
To be honest with you, you guys know how I wasn't very enthralled with the Hundley hire, the potential Hundley hire. At least he had MLB experience. Also, okay, so hold on, Senior. So you don't know. So you don't know the type of baseball he brings. That's all I'm saying. Nobody knows. Buster Posey, I hope he knows. We'll see what the press conference is all about. I don't know when the press conference is going to be, if it's going to be tomorrow. It may not be till after the damn World Series, because we're on the eve of Game 1 of the World Series. So let's see what happens. So you, in other words, you don't know. Gotcha. Alex Devers. Oh, shit. I should have stayed in Boston. Alex, you may not be wrong. We'll see. Look, I'm just a fan. I'm not speaking for the team. I'm not speaking for players. I am just talking about as my perspective. Eric, Giant Sports Talk Live, it's my thoughts only. That's it. Period. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
It's only noon. I'm cracking open a cold one, Eric, and right about now, I think I should be putting a little something into it.
Exactly.
Mixing. My quote of the day is already in. We're just 9 minutes into the show. This has got to be the quote of the day, Eric. Dodgers in the World Series. Giants are hiring college coaches. There you go. There you go. Sums it up. Nicely said, Scotty.
I don't know.
What is Jake saying?
No, hold on.
I want a manager I've never heard of. Who's that?
Nobody knows, but I do know that if we don't get some pitching, we're going to be fact again. Nobody. You are correct. You are correct. You are correct. Jot this thing down as another things you guys will be wrong about. Hey, you know what? The title of the show is not come to listen to me because everything I say is going to be correct. No, it's baseball talk.
Well, Eric,
period. End of story. End of story. Yes, I'm wrong about things, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I have enough humility to say, yep, I was wrong. I hope
we all knew.
I hope I am.
We all knew, Eric, the last week. It was leaning in this, the pendulum had swung in this direction. This doesn't come as a surprise, Eric. So to say we're wrong, it doesn't come as a surprise. And who the hell did I want to be a manager who I'd never heard of?
Hold on.
What?
Buster, okay. Senior. Let me hear you say I absolutely love Rafi Devers. I absolutely love the extension of Matt Chapman. I absolutely love that the Giants went out there and got Willie Adames. Let's hear it. Come on. You trust in freaking Buster Posey. Let's get behind Rafi Devers. Come on, let's do it, dude. Come on. I'm right there with you. But you know what I've also said? That if Buster Posey does a move that I don't agree with, I'll say it.
And we expected this, Eric, if this is true. Build a major league staff with experience. And bring in all the experience.
Well, come on. Okay. Yeah, that honestly, the team goes as the players do, right?
Yep.
But you have to have a manager that's going to lead them in the right direction. Okay. We've seen this throughout the postseason. Yes, Toronto, a college coach.
Yeah, but Eric, we discussed that on the show. Why would the Giants hire a guy with no major league experience? No experience, Eric. You got no experience. And then, well, I'm going to surround myself with lots of experience. And quite frankly, Eric, I do not think that will happen because coaches, managers in this point, coach becomes a manager. What does he do? He brings his cast of characters. He goes to his own bullpen. And I can't see him hiring all this major league talent, experience for first base, bench coaches, blah, blah, blah. He's going to surround himself with more of himself. And that's not, I don't know, Eric. I don't know. I don't like it. If it works, isn't that great, Eric? I mean, we win 120 games next year. Isn't that great? I just don't see the benefit. This is a tsunami ready to hit, Eric. This could get ugly next year. Could get ugly.
I don't know. We don't know. Honestly,
it's a bold move.
I don't know.
The ballsy
I don't
move.
know.
Lou Marston always says make ballsy moves.
I'll tell you what. Yes, and I'll give Buster Posey credit in that. Buster Posey absolutely went out there and made a gutsy hire. He 100%. This is going to be this is going to be a decision that's going to be he's going to be labeled with. It's either going to be an absolute coup, or it's going to be like, what in the hell was he thinking? So we'll see what happens.
Has the potential, Eric, to cost Buster Posey this position. It's got the potential because this has the potential to blow up in his face, Eric. This is the first time. Maybe. This is the first time in professional sports history that a guy has been named the manager with no Major League Baseball experience, Eric. I mean, was Buster out scouting the Little League field? So, like, what? You can do it. Oh, my God, Eric, I don't know. I'm pretty good on the radio, Eric, but I haven't been, I ain't got any calls from WFAN New York yet or CBS Radio. You don't have experience. You don't get the job. What did this guy do?
Okay. Yes. No, hold on. I'm going to get somebody. Lee Boy, you make a good point. Angels just hired Suzuki. Not a lot of experience there, but he's been in the major leagues though, right? Lee Boy, do you see where I'm going? Got to try something new sometimes, and I agree. Lee Boy, you make a great damn point. You do. And I'm not opposed to that. I just want somebody that's going to lead the team that kind of knows what the hell's going on. That's all I'm saying. And look, I'm not saying that he doesn't know the game of baseball. Of course he knows the game of baseball. But MLB is different than college. MLB is different than college. And look, and no one can argue with that. It's different. Can it translate? Big question mark. Big question mark. We don't know. Team big. You got to love Eric and Glenn fandom. They get fired up, and I love it. Thanks. Appreciate that, team. what you see is what you get, man. I'm not putting on no damn show, man. This is how I feel. And sometimes people may agree, sometimes they don't, but I'm just here to have fun and talk baseball.
You can't argue the fact that Vogt he knows a dressing room. He knows the room, Eric. And so does Suzuki, for that matter. They know the room. Lengthy Major League Baseball careers. What is the baseball career? What is the back of the baseball card for Vitello? Nothing.
Not for the major leagues, exactly.
And I have heard that this is, what some people are saying, Eric? Let's see if this happens next year. You know what they were calling this now? This is going to become a laughing stock, Eric, if it doesn't work. They're calling this the WWE move of the year, because apparently all he does is scream at managers, and he puts on a little show and waves his hat at the fans. It kicks out of the game. So I don't know.
Hey, Senior, I'll tell you what. I'll get excited when I hear you sing the praises of Rafi Devers. I'm saying this. You haven't acknowledged it yet. You keep talking about trusted in Posey. I've said this with Devers, right? Come on. Let's see.
And why were you excited?
Devers. Get behind Devers, baby.
Why were you excited about Devers? Because he had Major League Baseball material.
Exactly.
God, Eric.
Matt Chapman, right? Come on. Let's go, man. We got a core. Right? So in other words, you're trying to say that Buster Posey has set Vitello up for success because we got such a great core in Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, and Rafi Devers, right? Right? Come on, man. Let's go. Come on, man. Now, yes, got to give him a chance. I get it. Robert Rothberg. That's fair. And look, I'm not going to go. I don't like the hire. But I gotta also say, yeah, we don't know who this guy is about. We don't honestly. We don't. None of us do. The only people who know, honestly, Tennessee people. Come on.
Well, Eric, if he's that volatile, I guess you know what? If I don't think he got the job strictly because he's a loudmouth, because there'd be a few of us, you and I included, and the Chad who could have put our name in the hat. He could have got a job there. But I'll tell you again, all I'm saying, Eric, and you cannot debate me on this. The guy does not have Major League Baseball experience. He's got no experience.
No, he does. I mean, no. I mean, that's a given. Everyone understands.
Given. You cannot. I mean, people are going to argue with us, and it's non-starter for me. He has no experience there. You hired a guy. What organization in the world, Eric? Who hires a guy? Glenn, I want to work for you. What's your experience? Well, I've never worked in the radio, but I think I'd be good at it. Well, I ain't hiring you. You got to have experience to fill a position, Eric.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the first thing they ask you to go for a job at Walmart? Do you have any experience in sales or, stocking shelves? Have you worked at, your local Safeway? You have to have experience, Eric, and I don't understand. This is why this could be a volatile move. Buster Posey is going to be looking like a genius.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or an absolute nut.
I don't know. Well,
and again, even you know what? Even the challenge to you a few minutes ago, I don't know if it was Senior or not, but even the challenge thrown in your direction, Eric, that Buster Posey, he was a great. This is like talking about Verlander again. Well, he was a great catcher, Eric. So,
yeah.
So
no, he was. There's no. That's a fact. He was a good catcher, but does that translate in being a Pobo? That's a good. That we don't know that yet. And we'll find out. And look, I thought he had a fantastic first year. Let's see what keeps going on here. Because look, more importantly, what players are the Giants going to be able to get in this offseason? Once the World Series has concluded, 5 days after the official start of free agency begins. Now, 5 days after the World Series, usually no deals are getting done. Usually you're not seeing that stuff a little bit more into December time, getting close to their winter meeting. So
November, yeah. Hey, the good news is Senior might want to come on the show. He said, open up the line, Eric.
Maybe Senior wants why not? Let me see something. Okay, let me do
There you go. Senior will come in. He's gonna explain everything and set us straight, Eric. And that's
nice.
All I want to learn a little something today.
There you go. Yeah, the link. Why not? Did you throw it out? Is the link out there?
You want me to put it in? I'll drop it in right now.
Right
I'm sending it over to Senior as we speak.
No, it could be for anybody. Anyone wants to come in. I would like to hear what other people have to say. I 100% agree.
Go.
And there it is. Cool. Awesome. And he's ready. And that's fine, Tom. That's fine. That's fine. Give him a shot. Why not?
I don't understand. Yeah, he has baseball. My little league coach has baseball experience, Eric, but he didn't get the job.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get it. What is the? You know what? People are.
No, they're not understanding. They're picking and choosing. You're talking when we talk about MLB experience, or when we talk about experience, we're talking MLB experience. Let's just clarify. We're talking MLB experience.
Has he played in the major leagues, Eric?
No.
Has he managed in the major leagues or coached,
no.
for that matter?
No.
Well, there you go. He's no major league experience.
So it is what it is.
I'm learning that you can't battle these people. They're stuck in their own ways, man.
Hey, I mean, all we could do is we'll see what happens.
It is a great game. See, sure, Glenn, great comparison. Eric, if a guy coaches college ball and a guy coaches little league, what's the common denominator when it comes to hiring them for a manager? They don't have experience at the major league level.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
Eric.
the point. That's the point. Oh, there it is.
Oh, my God. See, and you know what? I think a lot of the debate, that vial being thrown at you and I, that is from the Buster Posey contingent. I don't think they think he can do any wrong, Eric.
Yeah, there is. He definitely has a halo effect. There's definitely a halo effect upon Buster Posey. Now, that being said, I've been backing him. Hold on, don't get rid of it yet. I'm going to talk what he's talking about.
Grabbing a soda. Calm down.
Oh, fair enough. I've been supporting Buster Posey, right? I like the moves that he has done. I like the trade that he's made for Devers. I like that he stuck with Wade, and then it got to the point where you got to get rid of him. He had to cut bait, and that's what he did.
That's when I think he proved he could do that job.
Yes, correct. And then he was ballsy in trading off Mike Yastrzemski, Tyler Rogers, and Camilo Doval. That took some guts. Those are guys that he has played with, right? So it's he's shown that he can do this job. Now, as far as this, we'll have to see. Oh, Lou comes in. Lou, I see what you're saying there, and let me get to Tyler Rogers' glove here. Seems like Vitello doesn't back down. Chest bumping, umpire scathing, villain embracing, tornado. That's the quote that you brought up there. With Adames and Gilbert, ain't nobody going to be messing with next year. Jeez.
Did I hear? Oh my God! Did I hear Gilbert?
Yeah.
See, that's one of the things he's been saying. Oh, that guy can play. He shouldn't be in our lineup next year, Eric. I'm afraid of what Dude, I'm going to sit back and see how this unfolds. But I'm with Lou. If we see a similar lineup next year and Drew Gilbert's in it and the Grant McCrae's of the world, then I'm, dude, why?
And look, Lou brings up a good point. Again, this is a different sport, but it kind of has a little bit of validity to it, right? Can you name a college football coach that was good in the NFL? A la Sabian, Meyer, they were disasters. That's a good point. That's a good point. What? And then here's the thing. I don't know. This is the first time this has ever been done. Buster Posey is setting a precedent of going out there and hiring a college manager to be a club of a major league club. So Jimmy Johnson says Mick and Crash and C.
There's been a few, Eric, but you've thrown at Lou through their names, Eric. This is expecting Buster to throw the dart, and he's going to hit the bullseye with the first. I think the point is we don't know. Yeah, our old pal's in. Robert, he says, why not be more optimistic and give him a chance? Because Eric and I are not in this fandom of Eric. Let's give him a chance, Eric. Let's just give the guy with no experience a chance. I want results. I want the guy. And to me, he's not the guy. If he was the guy, he would have been, you know what he would have been doing, Eric? He would have been sitting with his family saying, which city should I go to? I got all these offers. Robert, he wasn't getting offers. Why? Because he has no experience. If the people will
Oh,
fess up and admit to that, then that is half the battle. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Thank you, Armand. Armand sent me something interesting.
Senior softball games, you wanted Edgar freaking Martinez. Eric, who's got more experience than Edgar Martinez?
Yeah, he does. But again,
holy smoke.
That's true. Now, has he ever done it before? No. And
he's
look,
he's been in the major leagues. He's coached in the major leagues. He's been a player, and he's one of the best. He's a Hall of Famer, Eric.
Yep. Okay. This is from Ken Rosenthal.
Can't argue with these people. Can't argue with them.
Ken Rosenthal. Max Scherzer, the future San Francisco Giants starting pitcher, on the new Giants manager, Tony Vitello, his former pitching coach at Missouri. I absolutely believe in him. He's, to this day, one of my closest friends, and I absolutely believe he's going to get it done at the big league level. Again, coming from Mad Max.
Yeah, well, Max, if you're going to do that, take out he's one of my best friends. Leave that out because it doesn't bode well to the rest of the conversation.
Yeah,
one of my best friends. I think he'll get it done, Eric.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
Eric's one of my best friends. I still throw you under the bus.
You know what? And you know what? Buster Posey might wind up signing Max Scherzer, 41-year-old Max Scherzer.
See, you can't argue, Eric. We're talking about the major leagues, Major League Baseball, and hiring a Major League Baseball manager, right? Mm-hmm. A Major League manager, run a freaking Major League team. But this guy's got more experience at the Major League level than Edgar Martinez, Eric.
Okay, fair.
I don't get it.
No, ain't happening. Hey, I'll get on the Tony bandwagon when you get on the Devers bandwagon. I want to hear you say, I absolutely love Rafi Devers. He is the cornerstone to the lineup of the San Francisco Giants. You say that, and then I'll jump on the Tony bandwagon. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, he's got a great reputation of being a wild maniac manager. That's all we need, Eric. We went from Bob just standing there to some guy who throws bases.
Oh, this guy. Hey.
He's going to be an Earl. They say he's an Earl Weaver type.
You're going to have to be careful what you wish for. You didn't want Sleepy Bob in the dugout. Now we're going to have the Tennessee Tornado.
That's my new nickname.
The Tennessee Tornado.
I like it, Eric.
Is that where we're going to go? Tony, the Tennessee Tornado Vitello.
I like it. I'm sticking with that.
You know what? I like it too. So let's do this. Where is it at? There we go. Here we go. Give me a minute here. Take it away.
I don't know what else to say, Eric. I mean, here you and I are trying to break down a new major league manager who's never managed in the major leagues.
I know.
It's very difficult, Eric, too. It's very difficult to dissect what he brings to the table at the major league level. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't watch college baseball. That's why it's got the ratings it does. Dude, they don't even show college baseball during the season until the playoffs on TV. You get the odd game here and there. College baseball, it's just the recruiting. It's the system, Eric. You advance and you advance. You play college.
There we go.
You get drafted.
There we go.
Tennessee, the Tornado Vitello. I'm sure he might get the nickname Tony the Tiger.
You ain't getting no hype video for Tony. There is zero hype video coming from Tony, the Tennessee Tornado.
Yeah.
Hold on. You want a clip? I'll play a clip.
See,
I know, exactly. I know, Joshua. I know. It's the
Joshua's coming to my rescue. It's on ESPN Plus, Eric. So that means if you are silly enough to throw your money away and watch that, or you just want to watch, you're a fan, you have an opportunity. It's on ESPN Plus. What does that mean? It ain't on network television, Eric.
Yep. Ooh, can I play this?
And they bitch at me about being a WNBA fan. All the games are on TV. Everybody see, Eric, this started to, did you see this festering a week ago? When everybody started, well, this Vitello guy, they got to hire him. How many college games have you watched? Well, none. What does he bring to the table? I don't really know.
You see, and Fernando. I
don't know.
Here we go. Hold on. Oh, hold on. We got a couple of people here. Actually, let me hit this one first. Say what you want in order to catch the Dodgers who need to take big risks. Then how about we go sign a bunch of damn players? How about that? Recovery, right? You are what the team is on the field. So why not go get out the best players? How about that?
Eric,
let's just be happy that Thamel's gone. This is where the bar is. This is what I'm talking about. The bar is so low. As long as Bob is gone, I'll go hire anybody. See, that's not Fuji, $2. I'm okay as long as he doesn't bring up coconut oil.
Eric, in response to one of your comments a moment ago, as of right now, at 1:19 my time, you'd be at what? You're closing in on noon time, I guess. 11 o'clock.
Almost 11:30.
Let me ask you this, Eric. As one professional, an even greater.
Hey, use that term loosely.
Well, okay. One professional to Eric. Does this hire make the San Francisco Giants better today? And I say no.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
You got to get the talent here.
Yeah, we don't know, honestly, because he hasn't done it yet. So I would say no right now. Currently, no. But let's see what happens.
90% of the return on this signing, Eric, will be what Buster. He can only go, as you've said, and I've said, he can only win with the horses provided, Eric.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I know where it's at.
Why did Bud Black fail so miserably? Because they had no players, Eric.
They had no players. Why did Brandon Hyde get fired? Because his entire starting rotation was on the IL, and they blamed it. They blamed it on him, and that guy's an actual pretty damn good manager. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, Glenn, he was manager of the year.
He would have been a much more sufficient hire, in my opinion.
Whatever.
But we don't know what Buster Posey knows, Eric. And I don't even
here's
know
the question.
And I got to ask you, does Buster Posey even know? Because nobody has seen this guy manage at the major league level, including Buster Posey, Eric.
Let's answer this question. Who is going to be his bench coach? That's going to be huge. Is Vitello bringing in his own bench coach, or is Buster Posey
his own crew?
Or is Buster Posey going to dictate? Because the Pobo can do that. The Pobo could say, hey, this is going to be. Where are we at here?
Johnny's on board. He says Giants need a proven skipper. There you go. That's how I feel, Eric.
Is this going to work?
They can teach chickens to breathe underwater in Russia. But does that mean I have to buy in on everything? That's what a guy just sent me in a text. I don't know about your text, Eric. I had to turn off the ringer. I get a bunch of texts. Did you see what happened? I don't know about your responses. Nobody else seems to be happy, Eric. I don't know. At least the guys that are texting me, they're all on board. They say, I don't like it.
James said it would be good to trade for Tariq Skubal. Yeah.
No shit.
It would be. It would be.
Yes. All right.
Oh, hey, our buddy is in here.
Before you go.
All right.
You know what we need?
Hold on, I got it. There it is.
And now, another special guest appearance on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Welcome back to the show, Eric. It's our old pal, Ibrahim.
Hey, yes, it is. What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Good. Okay, I gotta go ahead. Just go, man. Tell me what you think.
No, I mean, look, if anyone says they know how it's gonna work out either way, I mean, they're lying, right? Like, nobody knows, right? I mean, will it work? Will it not work? But
that's the problem I have.
Yeah, and it's just process, right? Now, you could get a proven hire like Bob Melvin, and it may not work. You could get a young analytical mind like Gabe Kapler, and it might not work, right? But no one knows. It's just more so like, I'll use the analogy of like, if you want to get rich, right? Like, say your goal is to become a billionaire, right? You should probably go and develop software or get into finance or whatever. if you get into baking cookies to become a billionaire, you still might become a billionaire. But the process is pretty flawed if you pursue one path versus the other, if that's your end goal. And so that's the only thing is if your process, like Buster's top 2 candidates were people with 0 experience. Yep. I'm not saying that's bad or good or anything. I do think some of it is just to placate a fan base that's really tired of doing it one way. No one liked the Kapler hire because they didn't like the analytical approach. A lot of people didn't get mad about the Bob Melvin thing, but they didn't necessarily like it, you know. I mean, I see Johnny saying silly analogies, kind of. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, Johnny. So is everyone. But you know, you can. It may or may not work, but the process to hire a coach that's never done it or a manager that's never, and it's not the same as college football and college basketball to the pros, because college football and college basketball to the pros is going from the second highest level to the highest level. And, you know, in baseball, you've got a whole bunch of levels in between. You got A ball, double A, triple A, like, you know, and so we'll see. I think we're going to know really early on what players think of Vitello, because I think when they go around making the free agency pitches, we'll see, right? If they offer similar money or more money to some of these free agents and they choose not to come here, you know, I mean, some of it may be San Francisco. We know, you know, hitters don't like to play here. But like if pitchers don't want to come here and we're offering the same or more money, I mean, we'll know really early on what they think of Vitello.
Abraham, don't you think it is a risky move?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think even people that are hyped about the hire. I mean, I'm indifferent. Like my thing is I'm a Giants fan. You put on a Giants jersey, I'll root for you. And I want them to win as many games as possible every single year. So, you know, if he helps them do that, great. I'm curious to see who they surround him with. I'm curious to see who the bench.
But the question,
that's going to be huge.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. Well, maybe player wise. I was sorry. I thought you were going to go. You were talking about the coaching and the manager together, but I think he brings in his own coaches. He's. I don't know.
I don't think he does. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why I don't think he does. He just doesn't have. He doesn't have the. What do you want to call? The fraternity, maybe, of being able to select people. Buster Posey, I'll bet you Buster Posey is going to be the one that determines who's going to be the best. If you're going to make a risk and go out there and get Vitello, you damn well know Buster Posey's going to have his fingers in the freaking soup, so to speak.
Well, that's a problem too. If I'm Vitello, automatically I'm like, what have I done? You know, so you hired me as manager, but you're bringing in my coaches. That's not going to fly.
Well, I think he knows that. I think, I think Glenn, you alluded to it. I don't think there were teams lining up to hire Vitello. I think the Giants were giving him a chance to manage in the majors. And I think part of it is Buster telling him like, hey, you know, this is going to be a partnership. I'm going to have my fingers over this. And that may be why they didn't go with an experienced guy. Because, I mean, a Hyde is not going to be amenable to that. So
here's another thing too, Abraham. I got the recovery. I've been seeing this a lot. And I don't know if people understand how it works to get talent for the MLB. He says he can identify young talent within our organization. No, that's not his job as a manager, man. His job as a manager is to manage 162 with the 26-man roster that he has. The young talent is all done by the front office. It's done by your head of scouting. It's done by your farm director. Those are the guys who take care of the talent. This isn't college to where you could go out there and go find your best high school guy and offer him a shit ton of money and a Tennessee experience. That's not how it works in the major leagues. You can't do that. You're stuck when you're in a draft, you're stuck with a number. That number is dependent on how well your team did in the season. You can't avoid that. His plate's already going to be full enough. If you wanted him to identify talent, then make him the scouting director. You guys got to understand that just because he did it in Tennessee, it's college baseball. You cannot, in any way, shape, or form, translate college baseball to Major League Baseball. You just can't.
No, and I said it to you the other day, and you agreed, I think, Eric, that if I didn't see his phone, or I haven't heard about his phone ringing off the hook about offers to be a scouting director anywhere either, Eric. Yeah. So my biggest problem, Abraham, is there's just I think big reward if it works, right? but I think the risk is immense. And secondly, not just the risk because he hasn't done it before. I think this puts Buster Posey in a real hot seat.
Well, and that's the thing. And that's the only, I don't want to say silver lining, or that's the one thing. I want to know what Buster saw that he was so all in on this. One of the articles, I think it may have been Bags with The Athletic.
Someone talked about 2 months ago. They were been talking.
Well, and they were saying that the timeline, initially they wanted a decision on Saturday, and then they pushed it back because of it's, you know. So my point is, if Buster is willing to wait for you, like Buster sees something, right? And I am one of the, whether it's right, wrong, or whatever, like Eric, what you said is true. Yeah. We don't know if Buster's a good Pobo. I think he had a good first year in terms of, you know, acquiring Devers and solidifying the shortstop position and all that. But I want to know what Buster saw that he's like, this is my first and biggest hire, and I'm picking this guy. And he said in his end of season, when he fired Bob, he said, you know, making this many managerial changes in, you know, subsequent years is not, you know, ideal. So he wants someone here long term. So he clearly thinks Tony can be here long term and he's going to be successful. I just want to know what he heard in the interviews and what he's seen that he thinks there's no way this guy fails. And if so, we talk about the vote effect. Posey's swinging for the fences. If Vitello works out next year, every team is going to be pursuing college managers.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else, Armand? Not just the fact that, you know, this is risky, for no other reason that this has never been done before. So if it's never been done, but there's a lot of baseball played over 100 plus years. This has never been done before, Eric.
Yeah.
It's a huge risk. That's the thing. It's a huge freaking risk. Armand makes a great point, and this is something that I was talking about a few days ago. MLB has changed this day. The day and age, organizations prefer a manager with zero experience to control and mold them over an experience. In other words, Armand, what you're trying to say is the front office is now, quote unquote, the manager. The manager is just a figurehead. Yeah. He's a guy to go out there and rally the troops, guys. You know, grab out the sword, put the hand on the sword, charge. You know, that's the kind of.
And that may be what they're doing. And that may be what they're doing. It may be that Buster and Zach are going to be pulling the strings, and, you know, they're going to have Vitello, you know, doing the rah-rah stuff. And maybe it works. Hey, look, everything is great if it works, right? Yeah. Everything is great if it works. You're a genius if it works. So I don't know.
And this is the shit that pisses me off, the experience stuff. Hey, Fosse, Bochy had managerial experience.
Hey, look, there's a million examples.
Look, we could go both ways. We could go both ways all day long.
But look,
I don't want to. I want to err on the side, right? Sorry, Ibrahim. I want to err on the side of caution. That's me. I want someone who's experienced.
Right now, go and make a list of every manager ever hired, right? You're going to see more that have success that don't, as far as they have experience, because we have a record of it, right? When you do something new that's never been done before, you have no sense of how it's going to go. You just don't. I mean, Buster can go on his press conference and say, and Tony Vitello can say, I'm ready for this, and I know what it's going to take, and I have no wife and kids, and I'm going to be in the details, and blah, blah, blah. But nobody knows how it's going to turn out because it's never been done. We have no sample data. We have zero sample data. And we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Not that I should bring it up, Eric, but they're still talking about free agency. Yeah, the college guy is going to talk you into coming to San Francisco, Eric. I don't buy it.
Well, he's going to get Scherzer. I mean, so yeah, I mean, he's really.
It's his body.
Boy. Well, let me ask Abraham what I asked you, Eric, a few minutes ago. Abraham, I entertain you with this question. As of this morning, we hire Vitello. Are we any better than we were?
No, and I said this to Eric, and I think Senior was in that group text too. And I said, it doesn't matter if they hire Wotus, Vitello, Hyde, pick your Edgar Martinez, pick your manager. If they don't improve this club, they have no pitching outside of Webb and Ray, solidified. Mm-hmm. They have a very bare bullpen. Rogers is gone. Duvall is gone. Rodriguez is out. Like, they're an 81 win team at best as currently constructed. So if they don't get the horses, it don't matter. I think that was the quote, right, from John Shea. Give me the horses and I'll beat LA. Well, yeah, that's a big freaking if. You know, I don't know. And will ownership spend with a young manager? I don't know.
Yeah, and if he goes to that meeting if he goes to before the press, Eric, and says, I'm up for the challenge, I won't want to hear that either. It shouldn't be a challenge. It shouldn't be a challenge. They hire me, Eric. I'm saying, I'm here and I'm going to get the job done. It's not, I'm up to the challenge. No, get the job done. Oh, fuck.
Fossey.
I wish they had hired somebody with.
This is a new age of baseball, and the Giants are leading away. Can someone explain to me what the new age of baseball is? Baseball, for as long as I know, is played a certain way, right? Baseball is baseball, period. Yeah. You're trying to get fancy with the free. This sounds awfully familiar, guys. Just a couple of years ago, a guy everyone wanted to see run out of town, but yet we're praising the same type of theology in baseball, right? Everybody wanted Farhan out of here. He thinks he's too smart. Get him the hell out of here. And now we're sitting there talking about new age of baseball. It sounds eerily reminiscent of Farhanian type baseball. And look, maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. All I'm saying is I would rather have someone different.
Well, we talk about process, right, Eric?
Yeah, process all the time. Yes.
We talk about process all the time. And like Glenn runs, he's been in the media game forever. He's got a ton of experience recruiting radio talent. So if your process to hire radio talent, you look for people that have credentials in radio. I mean, if you got someone with no experience, you bring them on as an intern, right? In a lesser role or something to that effect and see if they can hack it, right? And they earn the respect of their peers. So like the process of this hire just seems and the list, maybe it was bigger than reported. It seems like it was a very narrow list. It was Hundley, Vitello, Wilson from the Royals,
Brandon Hyde, and then Suzuki.
And it seemed, and three of them the only one that had done the managerial gamut before was Hyde, and I think Wilson was on the Royal staff. So, Buster kept it very tight, very narrow, like he promised. I mean, you better hope this works because you didn't really turn over every stone. You
honed in on a specific. He had a specific set of parameters. He did not expand out of that.
At least he's proven, Eric. He's proven to us he's doing it his way.
He is. I'll give him credit for that. He's taking a big swing. He's putting his stuff on the table and saying, "Hey." And here's the thing: there's more at play than his Pobo role.
Yeah,
he's a beloved figure in Giants history.
Yep.
3 championships. He lived up to all the hype. Golden boy.
Well, let me ask Eric something. It just came to my mind, Eric. How many shows did we talk about the quotes from Buster Posey? I think they were on KMBR. Could have been in the press, in the media, the print media as well. Does this fit the narrative, Eric, of the win now mentality?
I think in Buster's mind he does.
Shouldn't you hire this guy? And at least if we're gonna sit back, give him a chance, Eric. Shouldn't it be some kind of a time to water this plant and watch it grow?
I've agreed.
Win now. That's what I'm concerned about.
See, I think when we think of win now, I think everyone has a certain perception of what it means. For Buster Posey, he must see something in the Tennessee tornado. He must because I like that. I mean, that's we met whatever. I don't know. To be honest, Glenn, to answer your question, for me, it doesn't translate.
No,
it doesn't. Now, for Buster Posey, maybe it does. I don't know who you are. You got the T, but you're 6'2", 3'3", 6'6", He said could go either way. Vitello has a polarizing personality. He does. Players are going to either love him or find his shtick corny as hell. That's a risk.
Yeah,
it's a risk.
That's why, Eric, because this isn't college baseball.
Yes, I agree. It does. It is. There is. He's establishing a new culture. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Oh, he most definitely.
The recovery says Tennessee fans are losing their minds over, but I don't care. college is different. I don't mean to be beating a dead horse, but college is just different. It is. College is different. It's a total different type of attitude and atmosphere and environment. It may or it may not work for him for the major leagues. I don't know.
See,
what's up, Gary?
This is where I have a problem, Eric. MLB managers just need to be good at managing a bullpen and building a good locker room. So my question then back to hype is, how does a guy build the locker room when he has no locker room experience? And again,
no MLB locker room experience.
Well, again, do I have to?
You have to.
Put up a little banner across the screen when I keep saying no experience, MLB.
Okay, and let's talk about this. Ibrahim, you kind of touched on it. Is Tony Vitello, here in the next month and a half, he's going to have to be a salesman.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost what he has. I mean, because we're fast approaching the off season and free agency is going to open up. Oof, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see.
We'll see. I like I said, I think we'll know very early on. Like if the Giants are signing a ton of players and Vitello is doing a good job of selling it, then hey, it's as Buster envisioned, at least initially. But it's a big swing, man. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just like it's never been done before. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
In the whole history of this game. No, I'm sure people have had the thought. They've just never pulled the trigger.
I think I'm more excited, Eric. I there's a little bit of a buzz now. I'm getting the tinglies. I can't wait till the press conference.
Yeah.
This press conference is going to be more exciting than any of the hires, dude, or even getting Devers for me. I want to hear what he says when he's up at that podium. And what?
Oh, I don't know what I watched it. I'm going to watch the presser. But I am taking it with a grain of salt because it's going to be performative. It's going to be theatrical. And how much are we really going to know? I don't know.
Somebody with balls in the media says, why him? Why? Somebody's going to ask the pressing questions.
Who's going to ask that question?
Yeah, you
come on.
Hi, it's Glenn from Giant Sports Talk Live in the back of the room. Go ahead,
Who's
Glenn.
going to ask that question?
I never bite it back again.
Let's be honest. Who's going to ask that type of question? We could take bets here. Who's going to be the guy? Maybe John Shea might. John Shea might go there.
Yeah, John Shea. I mean, you can bet in the presser Vitello is going to say, we're not backing down from anybody. I'm here to beat LA. I'm not afraid of anybody, blah, blah. Like all the right things, right? The thing I'm curious at the press conference, and I'm sure Buster will make sure of this because there's skepticism, how many players show up?
Well, it's the off season, so probably
it is. Yeah. And normally nobody cares. Like for Bob Melvin,
right?
This type of a polarizing hire and a lot of skepticism. Like everyone's saying, will the vets buy into a young guy that with no experience? I'm curious to see if Buster makes Devers, Chapman, Adames, Webb. Webb is in the area anyway. He always comes out to Rockland during the off season and lives out here. So, it'll be interesting to see how many players show up. I bet Webb shows up.
I gotta get recovery. I don't mean to keep. I'm not picking on you, by the way, just so you know. A big swing is needed to be taken in order to catch the Dodgers. Well, guess what? What happens when you take a big swing? Two things can happen.
Feel the breeze.
Two things can happen. You can knock it out of the park, but what else can happen? The recovery. We all know what can happen. More times than not, you're going to have about 180 of these compared to maybe 40 of those.
Abraham's right. It's got to just play out.
Just saying. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. When a big swing is taken,
you got to do the mighty case,
and we will find out. Yeah, absolutely right. We'll have to see.
We'll see. I mean, I think it's kind of unique, right? Look at the perspective. If you're Vitello, it's a win-win, right? You come to Major League Baseball, you succeed, you did it on both levels, unprecedented. You fail, you're going to have your pick of the litter of any college baseball job you want.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If he succeeds, great, you're a god. If he fails, the Giants have a lot more to lose in this scenario than Tony Vitello does.
That's a fact, because he could easily go back to a college gig. Easy.
Senior's been just going and going. Senior's got the
he loves this guy. He loves this guy.
Yeah, he loves this guy more than the players. I mean, we've already won the division, Eric.
I don't begrudge Senior or anyone that is.
God.
If you're excited about it, I'm glad people are excited about Giants.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Like, I was super excited
for
Rocky Devers. I know some people wanted to go young. I'm super excited for Webb. Some people. That's what makes baseball great. The conversation and all that.
Conversation. There you go.
But nobody's wrong. We'll see at the end of the year. This time next year, let's see what the Giants' record is. I mean,
yep, that's what it's going to come down to. First and foremost, who's going to be on the field? Who's going to be on the field? We'll see, man. This is going to be interesting.
Have the Giants identified when this little press conference will take place?
No, that's why I keep looking at Twitter just to see if there's any news.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it now because they can't do it once the World Series starts, right?
No, exactly. I don't think it's going to even be tomorrow because they said they're finalizing. I don't even know. Has there anything I know Nightingale said something about money, but I'm not going to bring up Nightingale stuff because sometimes he's off. Yeah. So I would rather wait for Jeff Passan or even Alex Pavlovich or somebody from the Giants. And even notice I'm not hearing a whole lot from. Did Alex even say anything?
Pavlovich, I think
did he retweet it?
Yeah, he tweeted something like they're closing in or whatever.
Breaking. Okay, it's just he just reposted what NBC Sports Bay Area is. All right, but there's no. Buster gets his guy. Giants are going in a completely different direction with the replacement.
Did the Giants tweet anything? Because Tennessee tweeted a formal goodbye.
Just SF Giants on NBC. Hold on, let me see the SF Giants. Hold on.
No, they haven't. It's still the Matt Chapman Silver Slugger. Yeah, because
Tennessee
posted a farewell to him. So I'm just curious because if they ink it today, do they rush a presser tomorrow to get ahead of the World Series? Because then you have to wait a whole week.
A week.
And how about this?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks, yeah.
How about this? How many people are excited about Max Scherzer being the next starting pitcher in the Giants rotation? Because it's happening.
Teaser mold.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay with Max Scherzer being in the San Francisco Giants starting rotation?
He's already come on. He's on record, Eric. He loves his players.
I know. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Well, that scares me. And you know one good thing, JB? You know the one thing? When it's your show, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So I'm just telling
I don't think you're shitting on him though. I think all
you should say, Glenn and Eric say what we want.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's shitting on anybody. I think you got people that like it and people that don't. And that's I don't know. This was not on my bingo card. He wasn't.
Let me set sail in a little different. Eric will probably want to jump back onto this topic, but you got to see a couple of the games in the final maybe 10 days of the season over at Oracle Park in person. I was out of town. I missed the last 2 weeks. Let me ask you this. I didn't get a chance to see Eldridge play at Oracle Major League level. So with this hiring now and what you saw, just with what we've got right now, how do you think we compete? Are we the same team next year? I think we are.
Same team. Unless they make some serious moves to fortify the pitching staff, you're not going to outslug LA. No. You're not. So,
and you're not going to outpitch anybody either, Abraham.
No, but that's your best bet with Oracle Park and with Webb there.
With a 2 or 3 man rotation, though.
Yeah, it's just because LA's cracked the code, right? It's going to be the same team unless you fortify. They've cracked the code. They know they can rest their starters all year, win 95 games, make it to the postseason, and unleash fresh arms.
They're built to win. We're not.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious to see if they trade off veterans. I don't know if Vitello if that hire indicates going.
Now there's some veterans that you ain't getting rid of Chapman or Adames. They got no trade clauses.
I don't. That's what makes no sense to me is Vitello is not a guy that likes to manage older, players. I mean, I don't know. I'm rarely at a loss for words, but like this hire is just kind of perplexing.
But what? He has zero experience in managing anybody over the age of 22.
That's what's going to be interesting.
Right? So
These guys make
And how long is a college season, Eric? About 42 games?
50-something games. That's
Yeah.
it.
So triple the games in a higher leverage situation. You got to do pregame and postgame interviews with the media. I mean, he's all in, Eric. This ain't going to be a walk in the park for this guy.
You don't like the 190 average? Miles, you don't like the 190 average playing regularly?
No, it's all about the biting of the jerseys and dry humping the freaking handrail. There you go.
No, but if he goes out and he has a 3 for 5 day, everybody's like, "Oh my God, sign him into a 6-year deal."
Could this be
McDonald? Abraham, did you see that at the end of the season? McDonald had a really nice game on a Sunday afternoon at the end of the year. It might be the last game of the year, Eric. And we come on here, everyone sign him for. Got to sign him for 5 years. I'm like,
I was at that game.
Recency bias.
He's
not a good hitter. He's not a major league player right now.
It was a Friday night game. That was the last game I went to.
Come on, well, Abraham would have been there too.
It's fantastic. No, that's the time I went to the Gotham.
Oh, you guys are running the roads. I can't keep track of you guys anyway.
I'll tell you what though. Are you guys excited about this kind of rotation? Webb, Ray, Roop, Scherzer, Tidwell.
Not really.
That may be it. That may be it, man.
That's got the Dodgers running scared though, Eric.
That may be it, right? You got Scherzer, his best friend. You got Tidwell, who is his former pitcher. Yeah. I hope not. Look, I'm being facetious, but oh my God,
it's not that far off.
It's not that far off.
Well, Joshua's being facetious, I think, too, but he's not far off. Majority of the Giants aren't even major league talent, Eric. They're bench players. A lot of our players are bench players at best on another team or a minor leaguer.
Let me ask you this. You guys think in the presser for Tony V, Buster broaches the topic of any free agency plans?
No.
Because one of these reporters is going to ask, you want to win now.
You know what he'll say?
Starting pitcher.
We've already got oars in the water, and we're working on that. It'll be the most dry answer that he'll give. Like you said, Abraham, he keeps the cards pretty close, so I don't think he'd say anything.
It'll be interesting. I'll tell you one thing: for at least a day, the Giants are the center of the baseball world again. So
yeah, for now.
I mean, I fear like that. I hope that wasn't like a driving force in this.
I know.
Like bring excitement back. I don't know. I do think he'll fit well with the city, though. I mean, for what it's worth.
Could be.
It's not worth it. Kapler fit well with the city, and nobody liked him. So we'll see. But I'm going to bounce. I got a meeting, but whatchamacallit.
Good to see you.
I'll be listening in the back.
Thanks, Ibrahim. Appreciate it, buddy.
Abraham, this is the first time I've talked to you since like early season. So I want to thank you. I know everybody else has for all the work you did as part of our fundraiser this year. You were heavily involved with that behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, no.
That was a really it was a really good effort by everybody who took part, and I heard that you kind of spearheaded the initiative as well. So
no, appreciate it. Happy to help.
All right, on. Take it easy, Ibrahim.
See you, pal.
All right, there he goes.
Some guys in the chat saying, and again, I mean the same crew. Well, it's all so negative. Only a Giant Sports Talk Live. Eric, that's all I'm reading online is what are they doing? What's going on? Why, if this is such a lucrative move, why has it never happened before? Like I say, Eric, you know what? The good thing is for Buster Posey. Buster Posey has a chance right now to make baseball history and look like the brightest.
He could
in the room.
Oh, hey,
but he also could go over the cliff pretty freaking quick.
It could. There's a lot of risk. 100%. Okay, one thing we can absolutely all agree on: this is a huge risk. And neither of us, people in the chat, you and I, we have absolutely no idea what is going to transpire. We're just gonna have to sit back and wait. Look, I'm pretty vocal on how I feel about this. Look, I'm not here to follow a line. I'm not here to
there you go.
To just talk some shit out of my mouth. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. Period.
Right.
And it's not even about being right or wrong. It's just telling you how I feel. That's it. And there you go. Miles, very high risk, very high reward. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what, Eric? You think this kind of spoiled my day? I don't know about you. Kind of spoiled my day here. Like I can't.
And I agree with that recovery.
But you know what else, Eric?
I agree with that.
You know what ruins my day? When you have to do this.
For your fun dip? Yeah. You went through those.
I ate the sticks.
Yeah, I tell you, it's hard. It's hard.
And I still got 2 packs left, and I got no stick.
I could get on board. It's a new era with Posey. I agree. He has put his balls on the table to take big risks. I agree. It's a breath of fresh air, in my opinion, and that's fair. I get it.
Let me ask you though, Eric.
Instead of doing the same old thing, and that's fair. I get it. I understand. But
wait a second.
Hold on, real quick. Recovery. I get what you're saying, but it's baseball. And everyone knows what it takes to succeed in baseball. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's all I'm saying. Now, as far as bringing a breath of fresh air, I get it. I understand that. Sometimes that can be beneficial. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, I'm going to be on the negative side of things, Eric. And you know that we have all of these shows. They're all transcribed over in a file. We can go back and review them. I'm going to mark down today's date, the date of the hiring. And I'm going to pull this out, Eric. If we, again, All-Star break, the Giants are only 12 games out behind the Dodgers. I'm going to pull this out, Eric, and see if the same people that are cheering on this hire are just as enthused come midsummer next year.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, fandom is fickle, and the fandom will turn very quick.
Oh yeah, I just asked Nick Hundley. He was a hero here a week ago.
Yeah, I know.
We're all the Nick Hundley scribes in our chat, Eric. The scribes who are penning us notes. Oh, Nick Hundley. He's the next guy. Nick Hundley. And now, I haven't heard Nick Hundley once today.
And to be honest with you, I'd rather have Nick Hundley. That's me.
Thank you.
That's where it's driven me to, but whatever. Hey, should we give him a little taste of our new intro that's coming up in a couple of days?
Here's what I think of the hire today. No, I wouldn't let the cat out of the water yet, would you? You want to? Go ahead.
Doesn't matter.
Our collaboration.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, Lee Boy, real quick says, could have hired anyone. They still have the same team and results would be similar, right? And to a certain degree, that's true. You're only as good as the team on the field, right? Right. There you go.
That about it?
Toronto. Yeah, that's about it. My gosh. What else is to say? I guess there's really nothing else to say.
No, but to thank Abraham for dropping on by. We threw out the link. I was sure. I put out the link. Phone muster. I think he got a phone call. Senior softball game's got a phone call. He just couldn't make it on today's show.
Should we give him a tease of what our new intro is going to be coming up in a couple of days?
Yeah, why not send them home with that? Do the intro, roll the credits, and we'll see you tonight, Eric. Or when was our next show? Tomorrow? We're doing well, now that this is broken, do we have to do a show tomorrow? I don't even know what you got planned. Let's figure it out.
I know.
Let's figure it out.
We really don't have to now.
We could do it.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something.
We got a big show. We'll be on. Hey, what time are we going to go live on Friday?
Ooh, good question. Game starts at 5:00, so 8:00, somewhere around there.
3:00. I don't like to go. Oh, I mean the preview. We're going to do a big preview.
Oh yeah, let's do an hour before.
I was going to say
2 hours.
2 hours before, and then
2 hours before
doing the show up to game time, Eric.
I agree. I don't want to do that either.
Run and watch the game, and it's too much.
Yeah,
too much.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, guys, we'll do a pregame Friday afternoon, 3 p.m.
Friday at 3.
Yeah, buddy, I like it.
And then we'll be talking some real managers and some real baseball, Eric. World Series, the Fall Classic gets underway. Eric and I will be talking about it for the next 2 weeks, I am sure. I think it's going to be a good series, Eric, but we'll dissect it coming up Friday.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here with the new intro that we're going to have starting Friday. So it should be a lot of fun, guys. Hopefully,
you bet, Eric. See you guys.
All right, guys.
Great conversations today, too.
Woo!
It's time for another special edition of the Fall Classic Sports Talk Live as the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers meet in the World Series. Tonight's broadcast is a Northern Lights Entertainment production. Here are your hosts, Glenn and Eric. You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.